Hi, ciao, beautiful people. So, as you're reading this, I am going to be pretty sure I am on my way or already in Italy preparing for my group at Villa Susti for our spring May 7 to 14 week in the beautiful area of Piedmont. I'm so happy to announce Charlie for sure is considered cured of FIP, that feline infectious peritonitis. The daily shots of 84 days, technically 3 months, plus an additional 3 weeks have done it. That guy is such a warrior. He withstood a daily shot for months. He put up with all the pokes and prods for the labs, for getting sub-Q fluid, for going to the vet a million times. And it's through your generosity with the GoFundMe I did last fall, as well as just some additional fundraising I did. We are over that finish line. And so now we're monitoring for about 3 months. He is 16 and a half now, so he has a little bit of some degenerative kidney disease. He's on his special kidney food. And because of the kidney situation, he has high blood pressure. So it's a little tiny pill he gets daily. But other than that, he's gained weight. He's rambunctious. He looks good. And it truly is a miracle. And I've said it a million times, but I cannot thank you all so much for those of you who generously donated and contributed financially, emotionally, helping me with the shots, so many ways. So thank you, thank you. I want to speak a little bit right now about a couple of things that have been occurring in my life, as well as, interestingly enough, some of the people around me, coworkers, friends, etc., who seem to have like somebody, usually a person in a situation that gets triggered by that person in their life, where it becomes an extremely contentious situation where both parties are feeling frustrated, misunderstood, angry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I have learned myself that when I get triggered in those kinds of ways where you just start feeling so being pissed off, to really walk away, don't write that email, or write it but don't send it. Just got to calm yourself down somehow. Whatever you need to do, go for a walk, breathe deeply, get away into your own space. Really going out in nature helps a lot. The central channel breath I've shared before makes a huge difference, so that you can really ground and come back to that place of doing your best to look from a place of observation. And how is this actually, believe it or not, serving you for your own personal growth? As bitter a pill that is to swallow, because sometimes the situation has been repetitive, like perhaps it's an ongoing thing you have with a particular family member, or an ongoing thing you have with a particular person at work. And I recently invited a friend of mine, that I could have been talking to myself, to really look at, okay, what is it? Is it, it was a situation, without going into detail, where really, are you getting triggered because that person is an authoritative male? Is it because when you were little, because these things usually come from when we were little, you were negated, you weren't listened to, men always kind of overrode you. This was that example. Another friend of mine who was having something like that go on, it was really a matter of miscommunication, and the way she proposed something wasn't heard that way, and it became very contentious. And the first person felt she was being very helpful, and the second person was like, no, you are not. You are actually creating something that's overly self-promoting. Anyway, you decide what your scenario is. I know for me, I can just say that I have a situation, or I've had a situation where I'm feeling overlooked, misunderstood, and almost even bullied. And wow, like, okay, what is this bringing up from before when I was little? Like when I remember in fifth grade, I had a teacher who pulled me out of class because I used to always get checked. She can't work without disturbing others, because I was pretty bright and I was always had the answer and I always would blurt it out, or I was talking in class to another person. And despite all of that way I was quite a smart student. And this teacher pulled me out of class because she was so frustrated with me and really just got up in my face and scared the bejesus out of me and told me, you've got to stop talking so much, and you've got to, do you realize how smart you are? But you're just like, and she's like, and I was like, ah. And that incident is the original incident that is triggering what I've got going on right now. And because when you're a kid in school, I was afraid. I was afraid to the teacher just like kind of me. And in my current situation, it's similar. I am afraid to speak my truth, really. And I have worked on speaking my truth. I first of all worked on really feeling what I'm feeling, and then be able to articulate it in a manner where if I am upset or angry, it doesn't come out that way. Or if I am really disturbed and irritated, it doesn't come out that way. I'm able to speak my truth better without all the inflammation around it. So, what I'm getting at is I'm inviting you, should you have something like that, and who doesn't, or when you do, can you do your best to remember it's this immediate situation as adults is not really the thing. It seems like it, but that's not the original cause for the upset. And can you lovingly with yourself calm yourself down, soothe yourself, love yourself, and then just take a look or contemplate, meditate, journal on it. And I'm telling you, it will pop up into your mind. Sometimes it helps to be guided that way, of course. I'm happy to do that for any of you should you want to reach out to me. But it's very, very fruitful in the end. And you will feel much better. You will have a greater and deeper understanding of yourself. Hopefully, you will have much more loving kindness for yourself. Yeah, so I invite you to that. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I go maybe next month on the bus stop conversation. Okay, well, the live class for May, I am going to Zoom it from Italy. It will be the first Saturday in May. It will be May 6th at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, which will be 5:30 p.m. in Italy. And I will be Zooming that day, and you'll get to see maybe part of Villa Susi. So really figure out how you can join me live, all right? So indeed, it will be a marvelous May, a beautiful, meraviglioso maggio in May. Oh, so much love to all of you. Thank you again so much for the generosity for Charlie. We're doing so good. And I send you all my love from him. We are really doing great. And I know that you guys are too. Lots of love.